Against the backdrop of the spectacular Rocky Mountains on the outskirts of Colorado Springs, home to some of our nation's best and brightest at the United States Air Force Academy. And when they're not learning to fly, they're getting ready for battles on the gridiron. Today, we're set for a clash between these two rivals from the Mountain West. As we'll see, the New Mexico Lobos taking on a team who is rested and ready, coming off a bye, the Air Force Falcons. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Falcons will put total weather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So New Mexico's offense will start this game off. And here comes this quarterback. When he takes the field, he brings a certain swagger and charisma out there that not only the entire team, the entire stadium seems to feed off of.
You can feel it. It's different. It's special. Guys like this don't come around very often, but he makes the whole team better, but the belief is strong because he continues to make plays and be there for his team every time they need him.
Second down coming up.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. Now they'll run the draw. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Lobos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete to the left. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Lobos want to move quickly.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Finds the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Makes the grab. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
New Mexico.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Bringing it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Falcons offense will have its first possession of the game. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. It's complete to the left. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. That's the end of the period, and New Mexico has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. The Falcons send out the punt unit. Makes a move. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. Give to the running back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Velez. He's got his man. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around.
Brings up second down.
The play action fake. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Texas A&M overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from College Station, these Aggies got to be thrilled with this result. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Wants to throw on third down. Oh, he makes the catch. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Across the 25, he's got room. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Makes the grab. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Falcons.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. Looking to throw, it's Velez. Throws to the wideout. And he's lucky to get that one back. His junior quarterback knows better than to try that too often. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Hands it off. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Lobos will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. He will make the fair catch just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. What a snag by the defense. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. The 20. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, what a play. Now you're setting your offense up for great position, but you want to make big plays as a defense. Not only make big plays, return it a long way down the field. You wanted a touchdown, obviously, but you set your offense up in great scoring position.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on 1st down. The quick out. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
New Mexico, 10. Air Force, 7.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Falcon Stadium.
And the Lobos will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They start this 3rd quarter 1-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
The Falcons line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a 1st down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36.
And that's a 1st down.
Running behind that left side. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun to give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
No gain on the play.
That's the end of the period, and New Mexico has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And that is no good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
New Mexico, 10. Air Force, 7.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. He rifles one deep to the left. It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, Air Force. They move on top here in the 4th.
And how about this quarterback right away saying, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good, really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the 4th quarter.
He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Georgia Tech has just had no answers today. You should see what Yellow Jacket greats like Calvin Johnson are saying on social media right now. Talk about unhappy. They're trailing by 14 to Virginia. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the air, it's Velez. He makes the connection. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. He wants to throw. Quickly complete. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable. They want to just keep throwing it. Lets it fly. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. He's going to fire deep. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Lobos! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
This one's big to make sure they can't beat you with a field goal. And it's good, and he's got the lead up to 3 late. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart.
14.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires downfield. Oh, what a grab by the defense.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you got to score, you got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost him.
So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the brain trust will go to work. Scanning the field, it's Velez. Looking deep. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a momentum-changing play. Just when they needed to get the takeaway, he steps up with a massive interception, now gives his team a chance to regain the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, it just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away